on us. Of course, there me when as Santas is returned. Scratch line 1, scratch line 2. Unfortunately, the situation of gigabyte, that is which is internal and external storage systems, which is actually affecting. And then we monitor, of course, we monitor the Facebook's videos. They're automatically running, and then some of our videos on Facebook's they got dry up. Ours is dry, and then some other people's videos they're wet. Of course, we also talk of different, such as different the cases of what about the what? How much would a liter of gasoline need to need it for your addition for your vehicles if you are driving the vehicles, and then what are the required price that you will purchased. So in our view, of course, I have already taken a step to reduce the amount of gasoline I used by going addition. If it was addition 2004, the gasoline rate is addition 90 cents by liter, or it will fall back to 67 cents a liter. And then nowadays the guy which is roughly survey is very temptful, and then once the price is put like this, $1.50, you put down there, you kill this country. Of course you will lock them out, everybody will run away. You put a liter is $5, you are really lying. The guy will just pound 1 liters, and then you will found all these families they cannot go to schools. All these families they cannot go to buy a food because the guy is quickly with the vehicle than walking or taking a city bus, because they get used to it, to the vehicles. And then that's why the fuel price is very essential, food price is very essential. If it comes to these ones, if you see there is a dollar, always leave those dollars, don't just enter over, as we say so. And who says this or that? Of course myself, there you can monitor, and then you can see that is me, my net worth, what I do for livings, and then my job title is there, payroll administrative and computerized accounting, and then my name is also there, Wayne Hassan. And of course basically it can demonstrate for you the consumption rate of fuel, if a vehicle need, if it's a truck, if it's a sedan, if it's a pickup truck, or if it's an SUV, or is a city bus, or which one, and you name it. So therefore, if it come to this one, what about the using this one, our smartphone, our tablets, and then the cameras, the space on those orders? If they give you here the internal space is just 16 gigabytes on those kind of device, and then what will you do? So that's why people normally run for SIM card and SDs. So this is a computer. The computer is there, and then everything is there, but how to connect them? If the network itself also work, that is when you can say, yeah, you can work. Of course those guys they also suffer to network the systems, so communicating one camera to the other, that is the training which they're saying down there. And then how to utilize it. And then if the boss is a hero, and then now hero is locked, the areas of all these stores they lock it, then you cannot get to those areas, and then you have to just survive. And then because the country is on war, of lockdown, and then what do you expect people will survive if that is the situation affecting the viewers on the Facebooks, affecting the viewers on the other areas? Their video is no longer running alone, and then it goes fall down, and then what can you do about those orders? So this is a guy there, a comedian with the 41 cameras, and has a additional tablet, has a smartphone, all connected, and then they're working, but their networking even cannot survive if the door is locked to this one, to device, and then locked to those other areas. So what do we need down there? Fixing the country's currency, then fixing the country price, that is when everything will be mandatorily. If you don't want people to survive, and then of course no need for these others also to survive there. That's why everything is locked, and that the capacities of all the managements of my individualness, of your individualness, and the overview to overview, of course, that is the capacities to facilitate where the possibility is always available. If it come to phone, it come to, of course, cameras, that is the SD card. Micro SD is a priority down there. You can see it has a 512 gigabyte of space. On the other hand, they will say that is equivalent to 1 trillion bytes. If you now you get edition 5 trillion byte or 8 trillion bytes, that is 512 times 8. You are roughly to look around edition, the edition 4,000 something there gigabytes, you know. So that is the equivalent to what you can use, of course, for a year, or for more than that edition for 4 years, right? So in mandatorily. So depends on how much you are using, and then you know, if you use 33 edition minutes, that is already 4 gigabytes. You use edition anything you are 1 minute reporter, of course, you know, you can save more. 1 minute reporters can save more. The guys which are reporting 33 minutes, they are not saving, because that is roughly 4 gigabytes taken off your memories, which is 512. That's why we are suffering, right? So on capacity to capacities, that's the areas which hit the people the most. And then of course the price there are some price they're true, some price they are not true. Of course, they're all the half prices. So if you look at those areas, you can see there 1 trillion 1 trillion bytes. Okay, 1 trillion bytes, which is equivalent to how much? 512. So that is overview to overview. So that is a regards which is down there, and then you can see if it come to those areas, of course, that is a tablet, phone, of course, camera, films, smartphone, and then the overview, because that is just basically to formalize what we are really facing challenge over. If this is how the video is, this is how the new videos normally looks. If you post them on Facebooks, some people they piss off, they said, yeah, some people they're crazy. We are not all crazy. That's how the videos look. Unless you click here, that's when the video will turn to play down there on YouTube. This is YouTube. You can see the YouTube content. One you post them on the Facebooks. That's how they normally look like. So they're all videos. Doesn't mean they're papers. So if that's the videos, and then the why the videos is like that, because of this order. This is the SD, micro SD, using micro SD standard. Of course, this is micro SD manage videos. Of course, you know, since the country is on lockdown systems, and then no better space on the computers. These computers, once you use the space, you are done, and then everything run away. That's for sure how the videos look like. If you look here, that is of course concerned to this one, BET. That is BET videos, but how also they looks. These are all videos, but they are related content of this one, of Facebooks, of course. And if we tackle this one, money, that is over $10 billion down there, of course, which we claimed here. I'm full-time employed, of course. I'm this one and I'm this one, of course, all related to what area? This area, comparting different areas which we just mark there. Equatorial Sudan and then for Sudan. So that is vis-a-vis, and then we are just for Sudan here to the border side of East Africa, and then Canadian, basically. So on overview to overview, of course, we also said how much total combined addition force of income to do all the members of your households earned before taxes, if that come to be the tax levels. For sure, this is employment to start employment salaries in African countries. If we employ it in African countries yearly, and then branch managers, what do you expect? We can locate the salaries. If the currency down there is a dilemma, and then our currency here is different, the currency there is different, we are here in Canadian, who are in addition on service Canada, we are earning this kind of money, 10,000 to 14,000 a year. Okay, so the people on government's assistant. So now these orders has been terminated. If you come here, these are people on salaries, government salaries per month or per weeks, and then they are earning this much and this much. That's why this kind of per weeks and per month salaries which these people they are earning is the one to destroy all to the market price. And then if this is the salaries they have there, they have the 90,000, they have the $200,000 which they make each year as a salaries. That's why we in addition service Canada, of course, we are failing. This is the budget down there, which is putting the market price, of course, competing with those monthly earners and weekly earners. That's why everything doesn't match for that criteria and for that purposes. So what can we do as a people? So down there we ask, and then we seek, of course, if we are different Sudanese, East African, Canadian. Okay, so what can we do? So that is a criteria and an overdue these are the questions that we really question, because these are the basic salaries those guys they're earning a year. So if you employed, then this is the kind of salaries. Here, this is the CEO. If you look here, that is the basic salaries. Normally, the branch management is Canada's they're earning. And then to do with the 90,000, that is a rich families. The guy paid them away, and then they are earning that one per year. And then here, this is a totally employed university graduates or has work, at least has work experience, and then has a good hand at work, and then they are of course making that kind of money. Otherwise, that is just a quick scan to do with that evidence for us to extend the so-called areas of this one, area of the arguments that we received, area of complaints that we received around and around, so that how we can resolve those cases if it comes to that. And then of course that is that, and that is that, and there of course me Wayne Hassan, that is it on.